I help at least 1 or 2 families every single year afford Christmas by doing a cash out refinance. But the kicker to all of this is that most of those families have a 3 or 4% interest rate. Just bear with me. Before I get into this, I'm Theone the lender. I've been a lender for 10 years. I help people every single day on this app buy, sell, and refinance a house. Let's get into this. Now, why would anybody ever give up a 2, 3, or 4% mortgage rate and do a refinance to pay off debt? That doesn't seem right. However, there's something called a blended rate when you're doing mortgages. And I'm an advisor, and so I advise people, hey, if you're struggling in a ton of credit card debt or consumer debt or car debt or whatever it is, that 2 and 3% mortgage rate that you have on your house really doesn't mean anything. Because when you add up all the interest rates of the credit cards, the car loans, the student loans, all the other consumer debt, that 3% mortgage rate, I mean, you're paying like 13% interest. That's insane. Let me give you an example. I just helped a family who literally told me that they could finally afford Christmas this year because we paid off her student loans and her car loans, and she had like $2,500 a month as her monthly payment. But when we looked at all of the other debts that she had, she was paying like $4,000 total. If she refinanced all of her like total monthly payment all in, even though the rate was 6.2% from 4%, then she was going to be at like $3,200 a month. It makes sense because she's paying off high interest debt. And yeah, some people are going to be like, she's rolling that into a 30-year mortgage. But okay, let's say that happens. And she's in 5 years going to outgrow that house because we talked about it. And she's going to sell the house. So now she's using natural appreciation because real estate is an appreciating asset. Every year the value goes up and up to then pay off the things that are not smart to pay, which is high interest consumer debt. So no, she's not going to be rolling that into a 30-year payment because she's not even going to be there for 30 years. This is the kind of advisory that I give to most of my clients. And there are times where I tell people it doesn't really make any sense and don't touch that interest rate. However, if it makes sense for you, this is why you should be buying real estate, is so that you have the appreciation and you have the value in your home, that if you just have a couple bad years, that shouldn't set you back for years. You should be able to use the value in your home to then offset all of the other debts that seem like you can't even get ahead unless you just pay them all off. So if you're looking to do something like this and afford Christmas or whatever your case is, I am accepting new clients. Head over to link in my bio for a debt consolidation scheduling link and follow me here for more mortgage tips.